are you doing? Okay, so let's continue. Today is our first lecture of Strategic Management Information System. This subject is totally based on the theoretical concept that is basically used in the organizations to maximize the profitability and also the efficiency of their working. So, in the whole module, whatever the things we will be discussing, either these are the techniques or the tools or applications or whatever the things that we are going to work on, basically, it will be depending upon the integration of strategy, organizational strategy, and information system. We have two different things like the organizational strategy and information system. Whenever we combine both the terms, we get to know that this concept is more profitable for our organization. Mostly organizations are nowadays integrating the information system within their organizational strategy to increase their overall productivity. So let's continue over today's lecture. Let's see what is our first learning outcome. The first learning outcome is to basically understand the link between information system and organizational strategy. Like, what is the link between both the terms? You will see that first, we will discuss the link between information system and organizational strategy. Secondly, we will evaluate the tools that can be used to analyze organizational strategy. So first thing that we need to understand is the command verbs. And here we have two command verbs. The first one is to explain and the second one is to evaluate. So for the assignment activities, whenever you will be doing these command verbs are really important for you. So you need to make sure that while you are explaining, make something clear to someone by describing or revealing relevant information in more detail. So whenever the question is about explanation, like you need to explain something, you need to be careful about it. Like you need to give it the more details. It should be a properly detailed documentation. If it's something like the documentation or if it's a presentation, you need to work harder on the data that it must be detailed enough to explain each and every component of that document. It must be describing, it must be revealing relevant information, like everything should be relevant and it must be detailed. Second one that we need to work on is the evaluate. And whenever we are dealing with evaluation, we need to examine all the strengths, weaknesses, the similarities, dissimilarities, the argument that are in range of it or that are against it. Then we need to judge the evidence from the different perspectives. Like if this is the scenario and we get to know something else about it, how this system will behave if we have something else. Just like in the 1.2, where we need to evaluate the tools that can be used to analyze organizational strategy, as we are going to evaluate this question. So you will be focusing on the tools, then you will see all the strengths, weaknesses, similarities, dissimilarities between the tools that could be used in the organizational strategy to evaluate the overall process. And then you will make the final decision by working on the evidence of all the judgments that you have created, and you can also use the research or theories to support the evaluation. When applicable, it will help you to complete the process whenever you will read the research that people have done on the topic, and it will give you the idea to deal with the tools that are basically used for the purpose of the information system and organizational strategy. So just let me know the concept of the command verbs to be used in the assignment is clear to you. And if you have any question, you can ask. Because without these command verbs, proper explanation and proper usage in your assignment activities, your assignment will not be good at all.
Yes, ma'am. It's clear.
Okay, so whenever you think like something is unclear about the command verbs, or you are not getting the point or the relationship between the question and the command verb, you can ask me right away, because it is really important to cope with the command verbs in your assignment activities. And all the assignments that you are already doing, like the system analysis and design and the e-commerce application, you need to make sure that the command verbs are properly used in your assignments. There should be like proper detail as per the command work in your assignment activity. You will assess the assignments on the behalf of these command verbs. So make sure to use them or their details that you are already given me.
Yes, ma'am.
So let's continue with the proper questions that we are given with. First of all, we need to explain the link between information system and organizational strategy. So let's see what is the linkage between the both the terms and what are these terms basically. Information system and organizations in which they are used interact with and influence each other. Definitely, these things, these terms influence each other. That's why we are going to use them in cooperation so that we can get the better results. The introduction of new information system will affect organizational structure, goal, work design, values, competition between interest groups, decision making, and day-to-day behavior. Whenever you will be integrating information system to your overall organization or organizational strategy, it will change these things for your business because everything cannot be performing same as it was doing before because with the help of information system we embed new things. Everything is automated now and every worker is like assigned to his goals properly, so the whole like the criteria of working is changed. So this way we can manage the overall working or productivity of our organization whenever we will introduce the information system into the organizational strategy. At the same time, information system must be designed to serve the needs of important organizational groups and will be shaped by the organization structure, tasks, goals, culture, politics, and management. So what we need to do is we need to like reshape all these things and we need to manage them all with the proper management. Without the proper management, whenever we do the integration of these terms, basically it becomes a hustle for the organization to manage. If the managers are very good at doing the integration processes and also they are good at managing all the like the culture environment of the organization and the task of the employees and the structure of organization on which they are working, so then they can easily manage it. Information technology can reduce the transaction and agency cost, and such changes have been effectuated in organizations using the internet. The Information Systems Department is the formal organizational unit that is responsible for the organization's information system function. So it basically it's responsible for the functionality of your information system, that is for your organization basically. Organizational characteristics and managerial decision determine the role this group will actually play. So this way you can manage whatever the things you are going to assign the employee or the particular team or the department that they will do work on. So what's the link here? Businesses can use strategic information systems to gain an edge over competitors. If you want to get something very unique for your business that is not the part of the working criteria of your competitors, then this integration, this linkage will help you a lot. Such systems change organizations' roles, business processes, product services, and environmental relationships, driving them into new form of behavior. Whenever we are dealing with within the organizational environment or the culture, if we talk about every organization have different goals, different processes, like how they process their product will definitely be different from the same product manufacturer of other organization. Also, the product, services, and environmental relationships, everything is different for each organization. Information system can be used to support strategy at the business, firm, and industry level. At the business level of strategy, information system can be used to help firms become low-cost producers, differentiate products and services, or serve new markets. So whenever you are dealing at the business level and you do the integration of information system into your organizational strategy, it will really be helpful to lower the cost of overall production that you are already doing, and it will help you to serve new marketplaces. Definitely, whenever cost is saved, you can basically serve more people. Information system can also be used to log in customers and suppliers using customer response and supply chain management applications. Value chain analysis is useful at the business level to highlight specific activities in the business where information systems are most likely to have a strategic impact. So this way you can get more customers, and definitely whenever you have a very strong information system, you can easily access to everything within the range of seconds, and everything is performing well. Then definitely your customers will be having good response, good review about your product or your business, and ultimately you will grow. So the value chain analysis is useful at the business level to highlight specific activities in the business where the information systems are most likely to have a strategic impact. So it was the business level. Then what are the roles of the information system at the firm level? It can be used to achieve new efficiencies or to enhance the services by tying together the operations of disparate business units so that they can function as a whole or promote the sharing of knowledge. So, when you are at a firm level and you are definitely giving the services to the people, and ultimately there are the some of the operations or the tasks that you are doing. So, to make the overall experience good, everything's functionality well, you will be sharing the knowledge across business units so that they can easily understand the overall criteria or your thoughts and manage the process. At the industry levels, systems can promote competitive advantage by facilitating cooperation with other firms in the industry. So, whenever at the industry level you have some information system, you can easily facilitate the other other industry components as well. Creating consortium or communities for sharing information, exchanging transactions, and coordinating activities. So this way you can manage all the resources that you want to manage, and ultimately the process will be working fine. The competitive forces model, information partnership, and business ecosystem, and the network economics are useful concept of identifying strategies in opportunities for system at the industry level. So the at the industry level, it gives the high end benefits to the organizations or the industries when they are dealing with other industries, and also they can share the resources, they can share the information and exchange the transactions and activities, and it's basically something very powerful, and it gives the strong evaluation of the competitive forces model, and you can check the competitors and you can check the like the criteria of how they deal in the environment, and ultimately you can get the better results. So here we need to understand the difference between data versus information, because we are constantly talking about the information system. Information is something that is different from data. Data is an individual unit that contains the raw material which do not carry any specific meaning. So, if there is some raw material, if you are talking about the manufacturing firm, there is something called raw material that is just picked up to make the product that they are actually selling. So, this is data, and we cannot rely on data for the sake of the concepts that we are working on. If we are dealing with information, information is something that is already processed. It's a group of data that collectively carries a logical meaning. Data doesn't depend upon information, but information is definitely depending upon the data, because we do the processing on the data to make the information. So whenever we are dealing with information system, it is having the data that is already processed. So there must be a good team who will be doing the processing on your data to make it information, and then you will be carrying this information into your system to make the overall experience of your organizational strategy better and more profitable. Then let's see what is the role of information need in the information systems, basically, or the integration. The term information need is often understood as an individual or group desire to locate and obtain information to satisfy a conscious or unconscious need. So there are four levels of information needs. So let's see what are these information need levels and how we can proceed on them. The conscious and unconscious need for information not existing in the remembered experience of the investigator. In terms of the query range, this level might be called the ideal question. The question which would bring from the ideal system exactly what the inquirer, if he could state his need. It is the actual but unexpressed need for information. The conscious mental description of an ill-defined question, if there is something that is not defined properly, how you can proceed this level. In this level, the inquirer has a conscious information need in the mind and might talk to someone else in the field to get an answer. Because you are not having the properly defined question, so to answer it, you need to have proper information. A researcher forms a rational statement of his question. This statement is a rational and unambiguous description of the inquirer's doubt. Question as presented to the information system. Information systems, when used for providing information to managers for their decision-making needs, becoming a management information system. The goal of such information system is to provide relevant information to management so that it helps in its function. Since decision making as in the management system or in an organizational strategy, whenever we are dealing with the things, decision making is the most important task performed by the management at different levels. Information that help managers to take decisions is the most important objective of any management information system. Other information that is relevant for managers in helping them in their planning, controlling, organizing, and directing activities is the secondary objective of any management information system. So whenever you are dealing with the information system, these are the things that are given to you and you can use them to make the overall working better. And it helps the managers to plan everything easily, to control the processes easily, and organize the overall procedure or the activity of the information system. However, an information system is normally not dynamic enough to alter itself to a degree that it can handle changing requirements from users. Hence, information systems are planned to take care of every possible eventuality as far as type of information is concerned. Management may require diverse types and combination of information, and this is factored in the planning process. The system is planned in a way that it can handle future new requirements of information from management. Then, what is organizational strategy? An organizational strategy is a strategic plan generally developed by the leadership team, detailing how your business will allocate the resources like the inventory, the time, the funding to support all its business activities. So this is something that is basically coming from the higher end management so that you can like you as a manager can manage everything properly. So the general business activities might include creating or purchasing inventory to meet the market demands. So what's the role of organization strategy? It's basically a very important thing in planning for information system or the overall system of the organization. The information system plan is drawn up in a way that it supports the strategic objectives of the organization because the strategic objectives are something that are given to us by the high-end management and we need to focus on them as well. We cannot deny the importance of the strategic objectives in order to meet the needs of the information system. So the organization, even in the near future, it is for this reason that the strategic role of information system has to be clearly defined in the planning processes itself. What is information system strategy? So the information required to support business strategy and the development of information system relevant to providing such information needs to be planned and fitted with each other. This alignment of business strategy with information system results in information system strategy. So this is the thing that we are already studying in this question, like how we can create the link between, or what is the basically linkage between the information system and the organizational strategy. It is a continuous process that helps the information system's support structure to continuously remain relevant for any organizational strategic goals and objectives. So whenever you are dealing in an organization and you are going to add or embed information system to your system, it must be remain relevant to the strategic goals, because if the goals or objectives of the organizational strategy are not met, then ultimately the management, or you can say the high-end management, will not accept it. So how we can use information system strategically? In the absence of a current strategy for information system, it will deliver information that may be of little strategic value. Moreover, operationally, the different technology platforms used, different systems that make up the entire information system of an organization will not work in an synchronized manner unless all the system and the technology conform to a bigger strategic vision. Incompatibility will be the rule rather than the exception. Business goals and objectives will not be largely affected, positively or negatively, by such directionless information system. Opportunities will also be missed. So if the information system is not embedded properly or created or planned properly, it will not be like the thing that you are expecting it to be. If you want to increase the overall productivity of your organizational strategy or organization, then you need to be really careful about the information system, like how it is dealing with within the environment. If it is not working properly, or it is not affecting it either positively or negatively, both cases are not good, or you can say that ideal for proper information system. With a tactical focus, information system cannot deliver strategic value to organizations. Information system therefore must have a strategic focus. It must be closely aligned with business strategy and must be driven by business needs rather than technological possibilities. It should be integrated with the organizational strategy to deliver information that help management to beat competition and thereby use information system as a tool for competitive advantage. Information system in such a case has to deliver predictive insights into business issues. So whenever you focus on information system, it will deliver something very different to your organization. Ultimately, you will get whatever you are expecting it to do for your business. So this was all for the link between information system and organizational strategy. Just let me know, is it clear or do you have any question?
Oh, ma'am.
Okay, yes, Mohammed, yes, you joined late, but still, if you have any question, you can ask. Okay, let's continue to the second question of our today. Lecture: evaluate tools that can be used to analyze organizational strategy. So we need to evaluate the tools that would be used in this process to analyze organizational strategy or how it is working, and what will be the things that will be make differences for them in the near future. Strategic analysis is the process of researching and analyzing an organization along with the business environment in which it operates to formulate an effective strategy. This process of strategy analysis usually includes defining the internal and external environments, evaluating identified data, and utilizing the strategic analysis tools. So this is the overall process that we can use to analyze the strategy, like how it is working and what are the things that will be that needs to be basically changed in order to get the higher efficiency. By conducting strategic analysis, companies can gain valuable insights into what's working well and what areas need improvement. As I have already talked about it, these valuable insights become key input for the strategic planning process, helping businesses make well-informed decisions to thrive and grow. So when you want to grow your business, when you want to thrive into new opportunities, then definitely you need to focus hard on the insights that you will get from the analysis of your tools that you are using in your strategy. So, what are the types of strategic analysis? The first one is the internal strategic analysis, and the focus of internal strategic analysis is on diving deep into the organization's core. It involves a careful examination of companies' strengths, weaknesses, resources, and competencies. By conducting a thorough assessment of these aspects, businesses can pinpoint areas of competitive advantage, identify potential bottlenecks, and uncover opportunities for improvements. So everything is related to basically the internal working of the organization, like how everything that is working inside the organization could be working in a more better or efficient way. Then we have the external strategic analysis. On the other hand, this analysis zooms out to consider the broader business environment. This entails conducting market analysis, trend research, understanding customer behavior, regularity changes, and technological advancements and competitive forces. So these are the things that you can analyze from the external environment, or you can say that the competitors market, in order to get the insights of how you can make changes to your organizational strategy to make it work better. By understanding these external dynamics, organization can anticipate potential threats and uncover opportunities that can significantly impact their strategic decision making. Benefits of strategic analysis for strategy formulation. Holistic view, gain a comprehensive understanding of basically these are the benefits that you will get whenever you will do the proper analysis for the strategy formulation, so that you can get better results. So the first benefit is the holistic view. It will give you a comprehensive understanding of internal capabilities and external landscapes and potential opportunities and threats. So what you will get here, you will get everything that you need to understand, so that after creating the strategy, you can manage the stuff easily. Then accurate challenge framing. Identify and define core challenges accurately, shaping the strategy development process. Proactive adaptation. It will help you to anticipate the potential bottlenecks and areas for improvement, fostering proactive adaptability. So this way you can get the better results. Like whenever you came to know that what are the things or the areas that you can improve in your organizational strategy to make it work even better, it will really be helpful for you. Then leveraging strengths, develop strategies that maximize organizational strengths for a competitive advantage. So, for the internal analysis, what we do is basically we need to do the analysis of the internal processes, like how the organization is working properly or not, or how we can manage the overall performance, or how we can maximize the overall performance. So the performing an internal analysis allows you to identify the strengths and weaknesses of your organization. So let's see what are the steps that are involved in the internal analysis. So the first step involved here is the assessment of tools to use. What are the tools that you could use in this process is the main thing here. First, you need to decide what tool or framework you will use to conduct the analysis. You can use many tools to assist you during an internal analysis. We delve into that a bit later, but to give you an idea for now, what are the tools that could be used in this process are the gap analysis, strategy evaluation, McKinsey 7S model, and Brio are all the great analysis techniques that can be used to gain a clear picture of your internal environment. So whenever you want to get the basically the overall analysis of the techniques that you are using, these are the tools that you can use. And these tools, basically the Brio tool, the analysis tool is basically used to help you to evaluate how your organization's resources contribute to your market position. Like if the resources that you are utilizing to your organization are enough for your organization, or you need to do add some more features to it. Then a gap analysis is a method of assessing the performance of a business unit to determine whether business requirements or objectives are being met, and if not, what steps should be taken to meet them. So this way you can use this tool to understand what are the things that you need to change in your organization, or what are the things that need to be worked on in a previous state. Then strategy evaluation. It's a process of analyzing our strategy to assess how well it's being implemented and executed. A strategy evaluation is an internal analysis tool and should be used as part of a broader strategic analysis. The McKinsey 7S model is an organizational tool that assesses the well-being and future success of a company. Then the second step is to research and collect information. Now it's time to move into research. Once you have selected the tool or tools, either one or more, you will start researching and collecting data. The framework you use should give you some structure around what information and data you should look at and how to draw conclusion. So whenever you will research for the information and collect it, then it will be managed in a proper format, and then ultimately you will use the tools on that information to make an analysis report. Then you will analyze the information. It's the third step of the process. Basically, here we need to process the collected information. After the data research and collection stage, you will need to start analyzing the data and information you have gathered. How will the data and information you have gathered have an impact on your business or a potential impact on your business? Looking at different scenarios will help you pull out possible impacts. So what you will do here is you will look for multiple scenarios that can, like some of them could be in favor of your impact, and some could be of for the opposite side, so that you can see what could be the impacts of the overall process on your organizational strategy and how well the system will work after that. Then the fourth step is communicate key findings. The final step of an internal analysis is sharing your conclusion. What is the value of your analysis conclusion if nobody knows about it? So you should be communicating your findings to the rest of the team involved in the analysis and go even further. Share relevant information with the rest of your people to demonstrate that you trust them and offer context to your decisions. Once the internal analysis is complete, the organization should have a clear idea of where they are excelling, where they are doing okay, and where current deficits and gaps lie. The analysis provides your leadership team with valuable insights to capitalize on strengths and opportunities effectively. It also empowers them to devise strategies that address potential threats and counteract identified weaknesses. Beginning strategy formulation after this analysis will ensure your strategic plan has been crafted to take advantage of strengths and opportunities and offset or improve weaknesses and threats. This way, the strategic management process remains focused on the identified priorities, enabling a well-informed and proactive approach to achieving your organizational goals. You can then be confident that you are funneling your resources, time, and focus effectively and efficiently. So, next thing is how to conduct an external analysis. External analysis looked at an organization's environment and how those environmental factors currently impact or could impact the organization. A key difference between the external and the internal factor lies in the organization's level of control. Internally, the organization wields complete control and can actively influence these factors. On the other hand, external components lie beyond. So, we were talking about the internal or external factors, and the external factors are basically relevant to the organizations, or you can say that the external market or all the competitors that you are having, and how you can make the changes to your organizational strategy to work in a better way. External factors of the organization basically include the industry the organization competes in, the political and legal landscape of the organization operates in, and the communities they operate in. So these are the things that basically are not the part of internal organization, but these are relevant to the organization in an external way. So what are the steps to do the analysis of external factors of the organization strategy? The steps for the external analysis are almost, in fact, all of the steps are same. Just we have the difference in the tools that we can use in this way. The assessment of tools is different, and then the research and collect information, analyze information, and communicate key findings are all the steps that are basically seen. After choosing the tool, we will do the research on the data and we will get the information, and then ultimately we will process that information to make the good results from it. And the tools that we can use for this analysis are the SWOT analysis, the PESTEL analysis, and Porter's 5 courses. However, there are multiple other tools as well in your assignment. When you will be doing your research, you can choose some other tools as well. Like these are not the only tools. Basically, there are multiple number of tools that are available to us for this analysis, and we can use anyone that you guys think that it will work in a better way for your organizational strategy that you are going to choose. So let's see the, I'm sorry, Umar, your question is not clear. Kindly elaborate it.
Yes, miss. Asking like, what are these analysis? Like, there are two types or three types.
Like
SOT and
you are asking like what is SWOT analysis?
yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'm going to explain here in the next slide. We are going to explain this process basically. SWOT analysis is basically an analysis tool that we can use to analyze the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Basically, all the 4 terms that we are given with here are the terms that we need to assess of any organizational strategy in order to see either it's working fine or not. So, in the SWOT analysis, what we do is, let's suppose we have got an organizational strategy in the form of documentation. And when we will perform this analysis, we will read out all the components of that strategy. We will see how it is working, and then we will create our analysis by separating out the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats of this analysis. And ultimately, after getting all these things, we can make a conclusion either it's working fine for us or not. It's a method for identifying and analyzing internal strengths and weaknesses and external opportunities and threats. Here, the strengths and weaknesses are related to the internal environment of the organization, whereas the opportunities and threats are basically the components that are related to the external environment that shape current and future operations and help develop strategic goals. Is it clear, Umar, or do you have any other question?
Oh, ma'am. Fine.
The next analysis that we have is the PESTEL analysis. Basically, it's PEST analysis. Here we see the political, economic, social, and technological factors of the, you can say that the organizational strategy. It's a basically management method whereby an organization can assess major external factors that influence its operations in order to become more competitive in the market. So as it's an external analysis, we know so what we will be doing, every analysis will be based on finding out how competitive our product is in the market that we are dealing with. So this analysis will give you all the like the political, economic, social, and technological analysis of the market or the operations that people are doing in your own range, like of your range, whatever the people are doing in the market. For example, if we have an internet service provider, they might use pest analysis to see what challenges it might face in the coming years, such as legislations that establishes rate increase limitations or expected updates in technology from its competitor that could affect sales. So whenever you do the pest analysis, basically you get to know what are the things that could affect your working in the coming year. So how you can make the overall analysis and how you can manage everything is the main key. So after doing the pest analysis, you will get to know the competitors or the updates in technology that the competitors are going to adopt, and you can also think of them to make the experience even better. Then the Porter's five forces, and the Porter's five forces are threats of new entrants, like the new people who are going to join your industry, the industry that you are working on, and they might be coming with the new, like the new knowledge, new techniques, new strategy, and definitely their strategy may work for even better for the market. So this is the threat for you. Then bargaining power of buyers, like how they are going to buy the product. Then bargaining power of suppliers, threats of new substitutes, and competitive rivalry. So all these things are basically, you can say that interrelated to the rivals, like the competitors that are already working in the environment, or some of them could be the new ones who are going to join the industry. So this framework helps strategists understand what makes an industry profitable and provide insights needed to make strategic choices. So these are the Porter's five forces that can be the part of the analysis. And again, I'm telling, whenever you are going to do the analysis for the organizational strategy that you will choose, you can choose whatever tool you want to. And then after choosing the tool, after doing the analysis, what you will do is you will research the information and data, then you will analyze and make the report, and ultimately you will share it with others or the team members so that they can understand what are the things that you have made changes in the organization overall. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
So our today's objective was to understand the link between the strategy management and also the tools of integration for strategy management and information system. So just let me know, is it clear? Did we achieve it or not?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, here we have a few of the question. You can answer one of them. Okay, basically this is not like that. Whenever we do the research for strategic management, we need to do the research overall, like not about the management. Basically, the research will be done in all the marketplaces, like all the competitors or all the people, or even you can use the internet sources to do the research. Like to for strategy management, like the things that can be working better for your organizational strategy, or what are the things that you need to eliminate from your strategy. So this way we can do the research for strategy management to make it more productive for our organization. I hope it's clear now. Okay, so this is all for today's lecture. I hope everything is clear. I will see you in the next class. Till then, take care of yourself. Allah Hafiz.